So the roofing system that we decided to go with was a DuraTough system. It was a 50 mil R30 insulation, so there's 2 layers. It was directly over top of B decking. One of the stipulations we needed to do is we needed to provide them with an I-90 factory mutual guidelines we had to follow. The system we used for that was a Rhino bond system, so we put the plates down to the manufacturer design scope of work they gave us, and we Rhino bond them corners in to follow them guidelines. So what we did for the plate system is we had to end up installing, I believe, 16 plates. When I say 16 plates, that would be every piece of insulation, 4x8, had 16 plates in it on all corners of the building. So that gave us the necessary specs to meet our FM90 that the building owner was required to follow. One of the biggest challenges we had being a new construction site was we had all these people obviously there. We had all the other trades. We had a lot of product. This was a fairly large job, so we had probably 25 loads of insulation, maybe more. We had to get there. We had a small facility to actually put our insulation in on some stone to keep it out of the mud since it was a new construction site. So what we had to do is we had to schedule our semis coming in about 4 or 5 at a time. We had to unload them, and then we had a lot of challenges of moving our insulation from one side of the building all the way around the other side of the building. We're actually putting it up on the roof to actually be able to use it. They really wanted to get the concrete poured inside there. This was in the winter time, so we were actually trying to be up on the roof at the same time that they were putting the decking down. So then we had safety challenges along with that. Not only did we use, our perimeter lines, but we actually had an area open on the building as we were trying to put our insulation down. So not only did we have our safety to worry about, our immediate company and our immediate family of employees to worry about, but we also had to worry about the other trades working in our areas and watching out for them and trying to everyone following the same kind of safety protocols. Another one of the challenges was weather. We had rain days, so we had to work around our rain days. So on good days that we could work, we really stretched those days out long and tried to work as many hours as we can. Our material, our product is really not so much weather sensitive, how it goes together, because our system is a heat welded system. There's no glues or adhesives used when you go ahead and actually put the system together. So the weather really is a factor on trying to keep your insulation dry, trying to keep your products in a good housekeeping manner until you get ready to use them. You don't want your insulation getting wet, so you got to keep all this stuff covered up until it's time to actually be used, install it in a dry manner and get it covered up and get the roof. Even though it's a new construction roof, we don't want water coming back up underneath the roof from the metal decking. So you got to have a little strategic area how you approach that and what way the metal deck's running and how you kind of lay that last slab way over the deck so the water can't get underneath your roof. Another challenge we had on this roof is as we were doing the structure, we had a lot of skylights to install. We here at Technique Roofing, we carry a nice line of skylights. What we did is as we were doing the building, we had to put framing in for the skylights. So we actually, as the decking was going down, we were measuring out where to put the skylights, putting the framing down, so we could come back later on, cut the decking out, and install the skylight after the roof was once done. So it was a really neat system. The skylights that we have are very unique skylights. They're not your grandpa's skylights. They're dynamic domes. They really spread the light out, and it's a really nice skylight if for a manufacturing facility. And the existing employees that did work in this building really did like the skylights that were in the older part, and they thought it was important enough to put them in the new part also. Every new construction job, there's always these timetables, and the job gets going a little bit late. What do? We need to, try to speed up the process, but yet still do it in a safe way, still do it in the correct way. And it really helped for us to have enough horsepower on the job, enough people there, that we could really almost complete that whole roof by the time that last couple pieces of B decking went down, which really went well for the project managers, so their guys could get in there, pour the concrete, start doing the other work they could do. And I think at the end the project turned out really well. It was safe, it was successful, and the building's in the dry, and they're moving ahead with all their other processes that they need to do to get that plant up and running and start making business for them.